Treats for Theo? Yes? No? Treats? No? Doesn't.
I like that. He can really block you out.
He totally, dude, like.
I need lessons. You have to try the reindeer poop.
Massage! But there's a process for eating. You gotta look, you gotta smell. Dude, there's all kinds. There's Rice Krispies. There's what Tracy calls them.
Reindeer poop.
Reindeer
That's
poop.
what she
Good.
calls it.
It's a great description. And then there's chocolate chip cookies. Who knew? I didn't know that you had such. Stop it. Theo, how are the desserts?
Good.
Are they delicious? How many did you have? Don't lie. How many?
2.
You had 6.
No,
You had 6.
no, I didn't.
You have 2?
Yeah.
Would you like 6?
You want 6? It's my kid. Of course he wants to eat 6.
Yeah.
Greg, did you have some? Did you eat the reindeer bro? Was it? What does it taste like?
Chocolate.
That's some,
He is
just.
here today,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
Present.
You need to start writing food blogs, bro. It's delicious. Good. Mila, did you have some of these?
Cookie.
You gotta
What
try
else?
the reindeer poop.
Did you try reindeer poop? Try one. Poo poo. Poo poo. How is it?
Yeah, good.
It's good. Thea, reindeer poop. Thanks, Daddy. You're the best. Don't tell Mommy. Shh. Secrets. Secrets at work with Daddy, right? I think we need to have a conversation about odorless systems, odorless in general. I know we get questions a lot. Do you guys have odorless? Do you guys have odorless? I wish I was odorless. Sadly I'm not odorless. Jesus. Odorless acrylic specifically, what is the take? Does it work? Does it not work? I got 3 pros sitting in front of me. I don't know what that is. I got a collar, so I gotta stretch the V-neck out. Hair's just. So
Take a sick day.
in a nutshell, really quick, yes or no? Just give me yes or no to start. Odorless system, does it work?
No.
Odorless system, does it work?
Not for the salon.
Steph? Why? Why doesn't it work? Like, what's the specific consistency? Like, what's the deal? How come it doesn't work?
It's extremely difficult to work with. It's fresh.
Meaning what exactly?
It's doesn't set up.
Okay.
It's harder to lay down. It doesn't. It says it's odorless acrylic, but it doesn't go on like an acrylic. Files differently.
Okay.
I would say the strength isn't the same.
Okay.
It's just I have not had good experiences with it.
Okay.
I've had to work with it before.
Yeah.
In a salon, and I finally just gave up and went gel.
Greg, why doesn't it work? Because some people use it. Some people actually use it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who uses it.
There goes my theory. Some people use it.
No,
Okay.
no one uses it.
You don't actually.
The only one who uses it are schools because they don't want to smell monomer.
Right.
So when you have a situation where they don't want to smell traditional acrylic monomer,
Right.
then you're going to end up with an odorless product. So the problem is that it's really runny. It doesn't set up well. It sets from the bottom to the top. It leaves a dispersion layer, almost a real tacky, oily layer on the surface that rolls off.
Interesting.
It yellows really bad, and it doesn't hold up. I mean, it doesn't really bond to the natural nail.
Very well.
No. So it's, again, it's for taking state board tests. That's what it's used for.
Steph, have you used odorless?
Yeah, you usually have to work with it, like you said, in school and then when you do your state board testing. And I think that that's kind of frustrating, especially for students, because they don't understand why it's not working for them. And I'm like, how discouraging, you're in school and you can't figure out why you're not doing good nails.
Yeah, it's hard.
And in all reality, it's more so the product than
Right.
anything. And I get, like he said, like the draw, people don't always love the strong smells
Sure.
of acrylic, but if that's the case, then switch to gel.
Yeah.
You can get all the same elements but without the smell.
Right. Well, that would be. I guess that's the part that I don't understand is if it's that different in consistency than traditional acrylic, if it's this gooey, this weird that you have to adjust anyway, why wouldn't you just adjust to gel and use gel where it is truly odorless, right? It's an actual odorless system. Yeah, you have to use a light, but there's LED.
Problem is that most schools, well, let's put it this way, most states that require students to pass their exams, there is no gel. Let's put it this way, you're using products that you don't work with in the salon.
Right.
So I don't know how that doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Right.
It's like you're using odorless acrylics. The only thing that I would have to say that makes sense is that you have to prove that you can disinfect your implements and you understand the disinfection process.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is the most important thing, but all the other things, they're antiquated friggin' methods that need to be updated.
How many salons do we actually know in existence that where you walk in and they're like, we offer odorless acrylic, and it's like their primary service and that's their moneymaker, and they've had success and they've built a clientele on it?
I've never met one.
Yep. Greg, how many?
Goose egg.
Goose egg. That's what I don't get, is like, why? I keep looking at these cookies. Jesus Christ, I need them. I know why the question comes up, because people, maybe you're thinking that it's just like acrylic, except it doesn't have the odor, and that's not the case. Completely different consistency, really hard to work with, doesn't really work, gooey, doesn't dry.
More flexible, but it's not a flexible like gel. It just kind of gives. It doesn't break.
Right.
It kind of just like your acrylic hasn't set up. Is what it's like.
Yeah.
It's like a. I'm sorry, you're like a.
It's like a clay. It's
Yeah.
like before your acrylic hardens.
But it doesn't really harden all the way, right?
Yeah, I mean, the primary ingredient in odorless monomer is not ethyl methacrylate.
It's not ethyl methacrylate,
It's
exactly.
2-hydroxyethyl
Right.
methacrylate.
Right.
It's a completely different monomer.
Yeah.
Which does not evaporate.
Correct.
Right? That's why it has that really oily type of feel to it.
I get why people want it. I think it would be great. Like if you guys came tomorrow and said, hey, we have this odorless acrylic and it works.
Well,
it'd be like, so we.
If you can have that work identical to acrylic without the smell, that'd be amazing. But the technology's just not there yet. Because like Greg said, where it's ethyl methacrylate is the main ingredient, and in odorless that is not, and that's what evaporates, and that's why you have odor. We have a low odor system, but you still have odor. Synergy Gel Precision Applicator versus odorless acrylic. Why in God's name would you even try to go odorless? Right? That's why I like having these conversations with you guys, because we can actually bring that education here, talk about the difference between odorless and regular, and if you want odorless, what you should do. Final question, Theo. Odorless, yes or no?
What?
Odorless, yes or no? Cookie, yes or no?